Hi, have you ever wondered why Filipinos are good at English? Or if you're a Filipino, were you asked by this question before? Today, we're gonna talk about it. Before we jump into the topic, I want to emphasize first that I'm not saying all Filipinos are proficient English language users, because I might sound bragging or something here, but that's not my intention. I've just heard a lot of questions like this, like, oh, teacher, why do Filipinos speak English so well? Or do all Filipinos speak English so well? The first time I was asked by those questions, I really pondered, I really thought of the reason, because that thought hadn't really crossed my mind. I always thought that it's a norm to use English or include English in our daily conversation or to use English in almost everything. But that changed my mind when I came to this foreign country and realized, oh, okay, so it's different in our country. So the very first reason is the wide use of English in our country. You can literally see English words everywhere. For example, in the restaurants, the food menu is written in English, signages are in English, even the doctor's prescription is written in English, food packs, and it's also common in our country to purchase a book which is written in English. I actually realized last time that I don't have a single book that is written by a Filipino author and is written in the Filipino language. That's why I want to purchase one. So if you're a Filipino and you have a book recommendation, please write it on the comment section. I'll really read it, and yeah, thank you. I think it was just last week when I heard my nieces and nephews playing, so they were like designating roles and they were pretending to be in a workplace. I've heard them using the English words for different jobs, but when I asked them the Tagalog or the Filipino words for them, they couldn't really answer. So yeah, I think that's just one of the evidences. Filipinos can easily pick up English words because of the extensive use of English in our country. Alright, let's move on to the second reason, which is one of the things I'm proud of being a Filipino. Well, we are just exposed to different languages. Let's have statistics. There are roughly 160 to 180 different languages within the islands of the Philippines. This amazes even me because when you travel a few hours away from Manila, you'll start to hear a different language. Previously, I worked with a group of teachers who coincidentally come from the same region, and obviously they speak the same language. So on the very first day, I couldn't really understand a word because I happened to come from a province where Tagalog or Filipino is the first language and they have a different, or they speak a different language from me. So what's the relationship of having exposed to different languages? Well, if Filipinos have already many languages, why not add one more, right? Which is English. Knowing how to use English is actually helpful, especially if we want to convey a message to all the Filipinos. We feel like we can express more and we can be understood better if we say it in English. The third reason is the use of Taglish. What's a Taglish? It's obviously a combination of Tagalog and English. So we combine them in one sentence, and that's Taglish. For example, in the morning, a typical conversation of students would go like this. Uy, nakapagdala ka ba ng materials para sa activity natin mamaya sa English? Then the other one may answer, oo, meron, nasa bag ko. Pero nakalimutan ko yung glue sa drawer ko. Did you hear the English words in those two sentences? Yeah, that's how we mix up Tagalog and English words. Usually we use English for nouns and verbs in our sentences. So how is Taglish helpful? Because of inserting English words into our sentences and hearing English words from the person we're speaking with, we can easily expand our English vocabulary. The fourth reason is the application of the English language by choice. Let's say there are Filipino families who use English at home as their first language and not Tagalog, Filipino, or any other dialects in the Philippines. When posting on a social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you can easily see a Filipino using English language. Fifth reason is an obligation to be good at it. English is the second official language in the Philippines next to Filipino, and I don't want to see it as the negative side of it, but we are usually expected to be good at it, not only by foreigners, but also by other Filipinos. For example, in big beauty pageants like Miss Universe, there's always an argument whether to use English or Filipino when answering the Q&A portion. Some say that we should just let our candidate use Filipino in answering and just have someone translate what she says. But some would argue that since English is our second official language, our candidate should be good enough in English to use it in answering the Q&A portion. So yeah, we sometimes feel obliged to be good at it, but most of the time it's a good motivation for us to achieve improvement. This reason will lead us to the next one, which is the existence of the English language critics everywhere. I could say that this one is a double-edged sword because it could yield positive and negative results. It's good in a way that we would push ourselves to improve, but at the same time it's bad because it holds us back to do more things like expressing ourselves or performing better at school or work. I've been an English high school teacher before for 2 years, and I've encountered students who were really good at English but didn't want to participate in class in fear of being judged by others because of their English skills. The last reason would be the education system in the Philippines. We study English for 13 to 17 years, or basically our entire years of stay at school. Aside from this, we also have other subjects which are taught in English, like science and math. Well, they're not only taught in English, but students are also expected to perform or participate in class using the English language. This helps us to become familiar with vocabulary words, not only in the English language, but also in other fields. And that's the end of today's discussion. I hope it has been helpful. If you have any suggestions for our next topic, please leave a comment. I would really appreciate that. Dream and make your dream happen. I'll see you on my next video. Bye!